Hello everyone, let's start with the video and we'll be basically continuing with the playlist roadmap to become competitive programmer faster. So in this video I'll be solving the problem speed limit test. Alice is driving from her home to her office which is 8 kilometers away from her house and will take X hours to reach. Bob on the other hand is traveling um, from his home to his office, which is b kilometers away, and will take y hours to reach. Determine who is driving faster. Else, if they are both driving at the same speed, print equal. I think this is very basic question, and it is physics related question, linear. Kinetics. So let's take the input and then I'll explain you on the board. So first line of input will contain t denoting number of test cases. So let's take integer t, let's take its value, while t minus 1. So this will take care of all the test cases. For every test case we'll call a function solve, and what they have given is for each test case consists of a single line of input containing 4 integers a, x, b and y. So let's take their values a, x, b and y. Yeah, they've given 3 test cases. Let's understand the first one 26, 25. So a is this one. This is basically the distance. X is basically the hours time, and this is b, and this is y. What does this mean is that a is basically distance of office from chef's home, and this is basically the y is basically time required to reach office, time required to reach office. In the same way, b is for Bob and y is basically time. So as we know in physics, speed is basically distance divided by time, right? This is a basic formula. So since let's say chef's home is here, sorry, Alice's home is here and Bob's home is here, and Alice's office is let's say here and Bob's office let's say is here. So the distance what is between Alice's home and office is that a distance, a kilometers, and the time required to reach is x. In the same way, the distance between Alice and her office is b kilometers and time required is y. So how do we find like who is driving faster? So we can use that speed is equal to distance by time. So what is distance? In this case, like Alice speed, let me write a speed, which is Alice speed, which is a by x, right? And Bob's speed will be given by b by y. So what is a? 20. X is 6. So if you divide this comes out to be 3.33 something, like 10 by 3. So it is 3.33 kilometers per hour. And let's say Bob's b is basically 20, and if you divide it by 5, that comes out to be 5 for the it is 4 kilometers per hour. But this 3.33 actually you will not get if you try to divide it both, since both are integers, so you will get 3. But in the question like while solving, I'll be typecasting it to float, because we shouldn't miss the point values also, because there may be difference in point as well. That's why we'll be taking float, we'll be typecasting. So clearly you can see Bob's speed is more. So in this case, in the first case, Bob is the answer, right? So let's understand second one, 10 3 23 26. So now here, if you want to again find the speed of Bob, 10 by 3 if you do, that comes out to be 3.333 kilometers per hour. And if you do 20 by 3, 20 by 6 here, because 20 and 6 they've given, so again it comes out to be 333 kilometers per hour. So both of them have a same speed. So in this case we will have to output as equal. So this is very basic thing, I think you guys are getting. So let me try to code it up. So one thing you guys might have missed is that you would have used integer. That's why. Let me tell you. See, Alice speed is given by a by x. If you use this, since both are integers, so point value will be missed. So that's why let's typecast this a to float, and float by integer will give you float value, and this will be float. Again, speed is float, because float value, if you're taking an integer, again that point value will be missed. Now Bob's speed will be b by x. We'll have to compare. If Ali's speed is equals to Bob's speed, then both of them have equal speed. So in that case, we'll have to output equal. Else, if Ali's speed is greater than Bob's speed, so Alice will be reaching office faster. So we'll have to return. We'll have to print Alice. Else, it is obvious Bob is having greater speed, so Bob will be our answer. Let's try to run the code. We should get Bob Alice equal and Alice. So we're getting Bob. Sorry, equal Bob Alice. We're getting something we're missing. Sorry, yeah. I think this should be b by y, not b by x. Since b by that is not correct, right? X is for Alice, y is for Bob. How many hours he required to reach the office. So now we're getting Bob Alice equal Alice, Bob equal Alice. Let's try to submit the code. Yeah, it got accepted, so it was easy only. Basically here catch was that you need to typecast the integers to float, so that that point value is not missed. If point values are missed, we may get different answers. So yeah, thank you guys for watching the video.